You're watching a Nova Video Podcast.
Driving on Germany's Autobahn at speeds sure to get you a ticket in America, a curious sculpture lines the motorway. It's a great wall of solar panels, and this stretch feeds the power grid in Munich. This is Germany's answer to getting more renewable energy. Thousands of solar panels producing millions of watts of electricity. And this man is largely responsible.
We are in a very deep energy crisis. Fossil fuels are running out and create a climate disaster. The only real and realistic option is the general replacement of fossil and atomic energies by renewables.
Hermann Scheer has been Germany's leading advocate for renewable energy for more than 2 decades. A long-term member of parliament, in 2000 Scheer won support for his National Renewable Energy Act, which requires Germany to produce 20% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2020.
Dass wir dann die nicht bereitstellen.
Although detractors said this goal was impossible, the country is already ahead of schedule and could even reach 30% renewables by 2020. So why is Germany, a country hardly known for sunshine, going over the moon for solar? The answer is simple: cash incentives.
With our Renewable Energy Act, we gave each producer of solar power, even a very, very small one, a price guarantee to give his power to the grid. That means to sell it.
Anyone who puts up solar panels will get about 50 cents per kilowatt hour for the electricity they send to the grid. But they pay only about 20 cents for the electricity they buy from the grid. So at the end of the month, panel owners almost always make a profit.
Didn't take long for the Germans to figure out that this is worth it. They can make money, so they started to rent space on even their neighbors' roofs to slap up photovoltaics.
With the government's cash incentives, any open space has become fair game for solar panels, regardless of who or what gets in the way. And since the price of electricity is fixed for 20 years, most panel owners will easily recoup their investment, and the grid receives a huge infusion of new solar energy. The government's cash incentives are getting everyone into the act. Like his ancestors before him, Heinrich Gartner raised cash crops and animals on the family farm. Then 3 years ago, he added something new to the mix: solar panels. 10,000 of them that supply power to about 1,500 nearby homes. The National Renewable Energy Act had convinced this pig farmer to become a power producer.
It was one of my hobbies to play with electricity or something like that, but here it's a power plant. We produce about 1 million kilowatt hours of electricity here with these solar panels. And the amount of money was for the whole installation about $5 million. It was a lot of work to convince the bank.
But Gartner got his loan because of the government's price guarantees.
We have a fixed price for the next 20 years that is guaranteed. That means we have every year an income of about 550 to 600,000 US.
After loan payments and other expenses, Gardner's profit is less than $60,000 a year. So he hasn't given up his pigs yet. But his solar farming has far greater potential.
I'm still a farmer. I'm still breeding pigs, but the hunger for electricity is even bigger than for food at the moment in Germany.
Kannst du zu den Schreinen gehen, bitte?
we can produce here really green power with no atomic waste or carbon dioxide emission. We want to show that it is possible to make electricity that doesn't do a lot of bad things. That's an important point because I want to give my farm later on to my junior as my father gave it to me.